It's no secret that Chelsea need a left back. Alonso and Emerson haven't been cutting it for a while now. We haven't replaced Ashley Cole, and Nicolás Tagliafico might be the saviour. According to Chelsea, Chelsea are going all out to sign this £25 million player. His agent has come out with tremendous news. Stay tuned for that. Direct quotes over here, exclusive on the Kafka's view. And more importantly, we're going to put an alternative solution for a stats you need to know with Jose Gaya. Let's compare it. 500 subscribers, we have done it. We have hit 500, now we go on to 600. Start playing your part now. Like, comment, subscribe. Do you want Tagliafico? Yes or no? Is Jose Gaya the other alternative that you would rather want? Or should we just stick with Alonso and Emerson? But onto the video. Sorry for the intro being a little bit extended today. I'm just very excited. I'm getting my trim today. Tagliafico's agent all but confirmed he is leaving in this transfer window. He's got a contract to 2022, but he doesn't want his client to stay there. There's an agreement in place with Ajax to let him go for 25 million. As you can see, Arsenal are interested, and a other host of top European clubs are interested, but Chelsea are in pole position because the player wants to come to London. He's friends with Hakim Ziyech, and apparently Chelsea are very, very interested in this guy because they think he's got the potential. But why? Stick around for all the stats you need to know. And these stats look good. I am promising you, they look fantastic. Look at this now and be mesmerized. These statistics are based on the Premier League stats, La Liga stats, and the Eredivisie. So take them into consideration when you're looking at these numbers. Emerson and Gaya averaged no goals or assists. Alonso, 4 goals. Tagliafico, 3. That's very impressive. For me, the assists as well. Tagliafico with 4 and Alonso with 2. As a left back these days, you need to be able to be productive. You need to be one of the guys that's contributing to the board. And in Alonso, I think we got one of the best in the game at that. When it comes to putting numbers on the board, Alonso's unique in itself. Defending, he's very unique as well because he can't. But going forward, he is phenomenal. Like, let's not beat around the bush. He is a striker playing left back. And Tagliafico looks of the same mold in the attacking sense. Straight out the back, you look at the red cards. No red cards across the board. Perfect. You don't need a hothead in this team. You don't need a player that's going to leave you stranded and make something stupid because of an irrational, emotional decision. Additionally, if you look at the yellow cards, they're a better indicator. Emerson 3, Gaya 4, Alonso 3, and Tagliafico 6. This tells me Tagliafico is very aggressive in a tackle, but he can be very cool, calm, and collected once he's on a yellow card. This shows discipline, and it's something I would have to hand to Emerson and Alonso. There have been situations where they were booked early on in the game, and they didn't get sent off, which is impressive in my eyes. Additionally, if you look at the aerial duels 1.1 and 1 for Gaya, but I think, and Emerson, if you look, that's their height playing a factor. Tagliafico and Alonso, 2.4 and 2. Alonso at 2.4, it's his height paying a big price. He wins a lot of headers. It's fantastic. Aerial duels are integral. Whether you like it or not, crosses are going to come into our box from the right-hand side and the left-hand side. So if Alonso is in a position where they're coming in from the left-hand side to clear him, that's integral, especially with our centre-halves who aren't the tallest. So you're going to need someone at the back stick being affirmative and getting rid of the crosses. Tagliafico looks like he's going to be the guy to do that. Jose Gaya, on the other hand, his height, he's a small guy, so it's harder for him to do it. But there's no excuse. Ashley Cole made a living out of it, mate. Ashley made a living out of it. Now, modern-day fullbacks, we all know, love to attack. Modern-day left-backs even love to attack. It's ridiculous. They don't want to do their job and become defenders. So if you look at it, 1.4 key passes from Emerson, 0.4 from Gaya, 1 from Tagliafico, and 1.4 from Alonso. It shows that the other 3, Emerson, Tagliafico, and Alonso, love to get in the other end and create stuff. I like that. All 4 of them get dispossessed between 0.6 and 0.7 times in a game. This is something that needs to be careful, because if you go into the other end, you can't be getting dispossessed and then we're left exploited. We don't have a CDM. We really don't. And it's a structural thing that we're going to have to either fix, or these players can't lose the ball, or we're going to be in major trouble on a regular basis. Once you get into the final third is what you do with it. Are you going to cross it or are you going to shoot? For me personally, you can see Alonso and Emerson love a good pot shot. They love a good pot shot. And this was represented in the stats. 1.4 apiece for both of them. Gaya, 0.4. Doesn't like a pot shot. You can tell what kind of player he is. Very Spanish, likes an interchange, very technically sound. Tagliafico at 1 shot per game. That is a lot for a left-back. Let's not be around the bush. You can see that Chelsea have scouted him to be a replica for almost Alonso or Emerson, which is very nice to see that there's some consistency in our methodology. At the end of the game, if you're so far ahead, right, you need to be very careful to retain the ball. Getting fouled is integral as sometimes losing the ball. So if you get fouled and win a free kick, we can cross something and it'd be dangerous. As you can see, 1.1, 1.4, 1.8, and 0.7. Key, very key. Being courageous and blocking the shots is something the Chelsea faithful love. They love a guy that's going to put his body on the line, block it. Remember when John Terry done a diving header onto the floor just to block the shot for England? They love that. All Chelsea fans love it. Gary Cahill stole a career for it. But if you look at the 4 of these guys, 0.3, 0.4s across the board. None of them like to block particularly well. They don't want to get in the way of shots. And for me, 1, it's the position they play in. They're usually on the wide. So the shots aren't coming in. And more alternatively, I think it says what kind of players they are. For example, Gaya, Emerson, Alonso, they're more I want to go forward instead of I want to defend type players. And I think this is a representative in like their dribbles. If you look at their dribbles, they like to glide on the ball. Like 0.6 for Emerson, 0.6 for Gaya, 1.5 for Tagliafico, and 1.1 for Alonso. They like to run on the ball and They like to disrupt the lines and get on the other end of stuff. They're more interested in going forward. And I think it's something we as purists need to accept. This is the new game. This is it. It's going to become a time where 4-3 is going to become the norm. Clean sheets are going to be a rare occurrence like a hat-trick. Like, I'm genuinely that serious. It's going to get to a point where it's going to be rare to see a clean sheet because people are playing so open. There's no more defensive football. And if there is, it's maybe 25% of the league. The rest... wow, they're playing expansive football. The Championship, for example, expansive football. If you look at the figures for interceptions, 1.3 for Emerson, 0.8 for Gaya, 1.7 for Tagliafico, and 1.3 for Alonso. Tagliafico comes out on top again. Guys, that looks phenomenal. You know, this guy is very good. He is growing on me. I'm one of those people, I don't like to look at the stats and then come and record the video. I like to look at the stats right before I'm about to record the video because it kind of gets me gassed for the video, good energy. And then you look at the tackles and this got me going, wow. So, my good friend Emerson, 1.6. Gaya, 2.1. Alonso, 1.8. Very good. Very good. I'd be very happy. Tagliafico, 2.5. 2.5 tackles per game. Successful tackles per game for Tagliafico. I love that. This is what I want. I'm not going to lie to you, this stat by itself almost persuaded me to buy this guy. The eye test looks good, I've watched the videos, but you can make any player look fantastic in a montage. I need to watch 90-minute games, I'm not going to lie. That's the stats you need to know. Rewind, go back, look at all of them. I didn't talk about everything, we'd be here for half an hour. Ain't nobody want to watch my face for half an hour, especially without a trim. I'm getting a trim today. Woo! But more importantly, guys, do I want Tagliafico? Tagliafico, yes. I do want him because the price looks reasonable. 25 million is very reasonable. Emerson and Alonso haven't cut it in a while. I'm not going to be willing to look at Alonso at left back for another year. And thirdly, these stats look phenomenal. I know it's the Eredivisie. I know he plays for a dominant side in Ajax. But he played in the Champions League. So that's experience. He's a good age where he can bring leadership. And the older players in the team would respect him, but the younger players would look up at him because he's been there and done that. Won league titles, had good runs in the Champions League, and more importantly, he looks like a good player who poses a threat on the attacking end but can also defend. And that's rare to find these days. So, for me, yes. Yeah, you watched the video. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get up to 600!